Hello and welcome back to another jazz piano tutorial here on Musical Treasures. Today we're going to be looking at the piece Till There Was You from the musical The Music Man. This is kind of a love song from the number, a big ballad. Now, those of you who have followed this series, you know that I'm looking out of these Reader's Digest books. This one is Popular Songs That Will Live Forever. One of the reasons I really liked this book was it was how I first learned to play jazz. I knew what jazz was supposed to sound like, but I didn't really understand how the chords fit together. I didn't know my scales yet. All of those things when you're just starting out. You don't have the big picture put together yet. These Reader's Digest books, they have a great variety of music, and they put it on the page in a very simple way where you could either read the sheet music literally as they write it here on the page, or you could sort of follow the melody that they always have highlighted and follow the chord progressions, which is really what I do. So I use these books more as a lead sheet than as my literal sheet music that I play note for note. But sometimes I like to do a mix. I wanted to just share these books with you. Maybe they'll help you out in your musical journey and your path to becoming a better piano player. So that's enough talking about it. I guess I'll get to playing it now, and maybe we'll talk through some of this here. Here's the melody. Repeating back. Very, very lovely. That's just the first page we have here. The way that he builds on this, we start in C major. And he really makes this a nice dense chord here. So that's a perfect example of why I enjoy these books here. I would start that off and I would play something like this. There's nothing wrong with that, but those are very vanilla chords. Bass line, that's that first chord. That's just a very plain Jane C major chord. But the way he voices it here is he starts with a C way down at the bottom, a G, an E over top of it, and then B natural and D. So very nice open jazzy chord there. So that's really why I love these books. I used to, as a kid, I would love that sound. I'd go, that's a great chord, but I didn't know what it looked like on the page. I didn't know what the chord progression was supposed to be written as over the top of it. So there's a great example of it there. He takes this idea further, moving up a half step, up another one here. Great chord there. So in the key of C major, usually A would be a natural, but there he kind of turns that chord a little more dramatic by making that F major and F minor, going on, no, I never. That's a great lounge jazz piano sound right there. That little progression right there. So we're in C major. You find the third note in that scale, which is an E. The chord based on that's going to be an E minor. Here they have E minor 7. They drop that all a half step. So all those white keys go right down. They go down another half step. That's typical jazz lounge music. I'm sure you've heard things like that before. I like this turnaround, the repeat that he takes back into the melody there. So he goes, till there was you. I love this middle section. What a great ending. Let's look at that middle section there. And there was music and there were wonderful roses. Great text along with this as well, right? Same idea as the beginning. So he had a C at the beginning. He rode that up to the C sharp, up to D. It's kind of what he's doing here. He's going, taking that up to F sharp here. And now listen to this. Look at the way he writes this out here too. Oh, so beautiful. There's a lot to unpack there. The chords are actually, they sound really complicated, and there's a lot of suspensions and things like that going on. But really, those chords are not too complicated. So it's a C major chord over a G in the bass on Roses. We have this kind of B7 jazzy thing, and that falls down to an A7 with just a lot of kind of a lot of dissonant harmony over the top there. That's really lovely, isn't it? And then he makes it a major chord, so we have D minor on Sweet Fragrant Meadows. He makes it major here, F sharp. Plays the G over the top. D sharp plays the G over the top octave higher. Back into the main melody here. There was. Changes up the chord. He adds that B flat 9 chord in there. I really enjoy it. This is the octave up now. Endings kind of like how he does the main melody here. C, going up to C sharp, D minor. Now here's the jazzy chord, dropping back down into the tonic. D flat, right down to C major. So I'll end it saying this. I use that ending right there all the time now. It doesn't matter what key you're in. What I want to say to you is, so let's say you sit down, you get this book, you study this one piece. You now can add that ending to your toolbox, right? So you can say, okay, no matter what key I'm in, say I'm playing for friends, I'm playing some jazzy piece, I get to the end, I'm in C major. Guess what? Now you always have the opportunity to go. You always have that at your disposal. I even played it a little wrong there on accident, but you see the point I'm trying to get at. Thank you so much.